Good morning, guys. Been a while. Today we have a Hemi Predator 212. We're about to do a stage 2 kit on for a go-kart we're building. And right now we are about to disassemble the Predator and rebuild it with the stage 2 parts. We have Billet Flywheel, a hot 265 cam, a stage 3 carb, but we'll probably change it to a mikuni carb by the time we're done, and a billet rod and then a couple 22-pound springs. By the time we're done, I'm hoping it'll spin at, I don't know, 6,500 RPM, maybe 7,500 RPM, and should put out about 13 or 14 horsepower compared to the 7 it starts out stock. So should be able to move our go-kart pretty fast.
Yep, that's another thing too. Should we go show them that?
Yeah.
What we start. All right, so this is our go-kart that we started building 2 weekends ago, I think.
Yep.
Maybe 3. So it's just an old go-kart we got out of my neighbor's yard. Actually, he said he's got another one too that he would give us. He said it's on the side over there.
Nice.
I haven't looked at it, but so we decided we'd make it a little bit longer because it was a little bit too short for an adult. We ended up going not super large, but it seems a lot bigger once we got it all welded together. We've got a rear end from an old Chinese 4-wheeler that we scrapped a while back. And we've got a front end off of an old mower that's flipped over on its side over there. And yeah, so we got a lot more, some cutting and fabricating to do to it. We're not really sure exactly where we're going. We haven't done too much thinking on it, so, but yeah, hopefully it turns out cool. We're gonna move a bunch of stuff around, cut some stuff, add some stuff. Should be good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It'll be pretty sweet.
All right, let's get it going. Gotta get this thing off. I might not be able to do this with one hand. Oh, there's a special tool for doing this. Yeah, I saw it the other day. It'd be cool to get it. No, I suppose that has got to come out as well. This is hard to do one-handed and using my left hand right now. I feel I don't know what I'm doing. There it goes.
Different between these. And this is why. So this is supposed to be stage 2, stage 3. It has bigger jets in it, but it's still the same old carb, and I hate these carbs, which is why we're probably going to go with a mikuni. Yeah. Maybe pull these out later on.
Oh yeah, if you don't know that trick, put 2 nuts on a head stud or anything like that, and you tighten them together.
These particular ones, since they're flanged heads, I put them back to back or flange to flange, so you can actually get a wrench on each side. Because otherwise, if you do it the other way, you might not be able to get a wrench in between the 2 flanges.
Oh yeah, true.
So, a little word of advice there too.
Didn't mean to do that.
And you can see it's been sitting in Mark's garage for a while.
Oh dang, I didn't even see that.
Because it has built up some rust on the flywheel that normally sits in there. So it just probably been sitting in his garage for a good, oh man,
It's been here for a while.
probably a year and a half now. I originally bought it to put on a mini bike, but I went a different route on that.
Just filling.
Yeah, it happens. We're going to take the whole thing off, doesn't matter. We need something to
Yeah, I need
bust that loose.
It's not a standard, it's metric. Where's that guy go? This doesn't matter right now.
Yeah. But, curious, it goes right there. It's a nice little set. Craftsman, sponsor me. Alright, you know how to do these? You ever pop one of these off?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't actually.
Today's a good day to learn. You don't need that on right now. That will have to go back on. No. Yeah. I think this goes back on. No, this gets deleted completely.
Right.
This goes back onto there.
Alright, so we have to use that tool, or is this going to pop off?
Nope. You gotta screw this on so you don't bust the freaking threads.
Oh,
You gotta get a pry bar on the back of here, and you smack it with a hammer while you're prying on it, and it pops it off. And since you've never done it, I'm gonna let you have the honors of doing it, because I have done it once, I think twice now. Zoom, zoom.
Next one, if I can get it out.
So he's taking out the low oil sensor. You don't want that in there in a go-kart because you're whipping back and forth and it'll tell you got low oil when you don't. Honestly, I don't know if this thing had enough oil in it to even have started this.
Or to safely start it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, I don't know if the sensor would have let you start it.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, here, just take this nut off and the whole thing will pull out, bud.
It'll be easier.
Yeah.
We're getting crowded.
And here, we don't need this. Let's use that. That's part of the throwaway parts. This one isn't, but that's cool. Honestly, this whole thing can get moved for now.
I just thought we were setting parts over there.
Yeah, it's all good.
Come on.
Smack it, maybe.
Tap, tap, taparoo. Or not.
Oh no, you're hitting the crankshaft.
Oh, yep, I am.
Oh gosh. Ugh. That was my fault. I shouldn't have let that clip go yet.
Oh well.
Okay.
Oh.
It's just a push rod. So that's out. Next you want to pull the piston bolts. Take the back of that off.
One of those 10s probably.
Those are 10s, yeah.
One.
Okay. Then you pull that crankshaft out. I don't know how hard it is, honestly. All right.
Right there.
That's the first time I've ever pulled one of those.
Me too.
I didn't pull that on the Honda. I didn't have to. Alright, then pull that out. And then you got the dreaded gear here. Everybody hates that thing. So
Never done that before.
yeah. Oh.
But you gotta like.
I always got to remember to get those. And there's another washer up here you want to remember to grab. So there's one here that always sticks. And then there's this clip. There's this little round metal clip up at the very base of this shaft. That is a devil to get out.
Yeah,
now most people just destroy it. And we'll probably end up doing that too. By grabbing a flathead and a hammer and just hitting it.
Sounds like a bell.
After all that, it's still a pain in the butt to get out of here.
I don't know if I've ever seen anybody actually get them out quickly or not. Everybody always kind of complains about them.
Yeah, that's kind of a pain. I might grab a pick too here in a second. Come on, almost got it. That is what you're trying to get off. And you can see I bent it, and I bent it in a way that it popped up aside so you grab it and lift it up.
Right.
So that's what your goal is. And then the rest of this funness comes out of here. That's your goal. Let's take that out.
Evil thing that keeps you from going fast.
Yep. And then some people go so far as to take this off. I don't think that's really necessary. It's just the driving adds a little weight, but whatever. We're not going for that intensive a build right now. That every ounce of weight matters. Alright, so we got the governor out. That little thing. You can pull that, but again, what's the big deal, man? It's just a little piece. Now we got to pull the rest of the piston out. So you can do this without pulling the head by pulling the piston down until you can see the pin, the piston pin. What is that pin called?
Wrist pin? Wrist
pin, there you go. And you can just pop the wrist pin and leave the piston in there. Which is what we're going to attempt to do because I really don't feel like pulling the head right now. We'll just... no big deal.
Nope.
We'll just pull this head off. Since he already has that hooked up, we'll just... It's all good. Take this shield off. That is 4 head bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull out of there. That head looks pretty good. Of course, all these parts are brand new. I mean, it just came out of the box, so never been ran. So they should look good. Nice head gasket right there. But as you can see, I did have replacements for this if I needed it. Honestly, this one looks thinner. Bet you I could thin it up and get a little more compression out of it with that one. We'll see. We'll ask Mark what he wants to do. We use that there. A couple O-rings. You can get an O-ring set. I need some valve lapping compound. Alright, I think we're going to cut this video right now for the time being, and we will be back with you in 20 minutes.
Alright, we are back from the hardware store. We got what we needed. Got some plastic gauge on the piston and everything. Got that set up so we know it's right. Jason's putting everything back together right now. And yeah, should be back together soon. In an hour maybe or something?
Yeah, probably.
All right, so we got the engine basically back together. Jason's just putting the carb on. We're gonna throw it on his home-built mini bike. We're gonna take this Honda, what is this, 160?
Oh, 190 or 196. So yeah, Honda 200, GX 200.
Yeah, 196, 200cc engine. We're gonna swap it, and we're gonna give this this build engine a
This is
proper
what
test
all the
drive.
clones are built after.
Oh,
200.
yep. So yeah, we will see how this goes. Catch you guys in a bit after we get this motor on. All right, so it turns out we got some binding in our torque converter there. So took it off, the engine's still turning over fine. So we're gonna fire it up and see how it runs before we get it driving. So Jason's getting the cover back on right now. The pull start. Oh no.
Okay.
All right, now we're ready, yeah?
Try this again. Oh, yeah, this is part of it.
Oh yeah, we'll need that, huh? I'm gonna have to sweep in here today after eating all these sunflower seeds. Ouch.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep. Wow. There we go. Yep.
Blowing flames.
Easy on it.
Yeah, I want to get the exhaust on it.
Yeah.
Let it run a heat cycle outside.
Thanks for watching, guys. Here's a little sneak peek of the go-kart. We'll have a video up of that in the next week or so from when this video posts. Thanks and subscribe.